This video has been on my mind for the longest time, and now my procrastination has come to an end. In this video, I'm going to be talking about and explaining the big question, where is Noob Saibot? I've done tons of videos acknowledging that Noob still exists in our current state for Mortal Kombat, but I haven't done a video explaining where he's been and where he is now, and in today's video, we're going to be talking all about that. Remember, if you guys want more explained videos for Mortal Kombat, or if you guys have any questions about the story, I urge you guys to please leave your questions in the comments below. Don't forget to click that like button if you guys want to see more of these, and subscribing definitely helps my channel as well. So let's take a step back and let's acknowledge how this question or mystery all started. I know you've heard this a bunch of times from my channel, but let's just give it another go. The last time we saw Noob Saibot was in Mortal Kombat 2011 in Nightwolf's chapter. In this chapter, Nightwolf kicked Noob Saibot into the Soulnado that was next to them while they were fighting. But what exactly was this Soulnado? Quan Chi was creating a Soulnado that would contain all of Earthrealm's souls. This Soulnado would also work as a portal to Outworld as well, because the purpose was to transfer the souls to Shao Kahn in order to multiply his power. This was stated by Raiden in Cyber Sub-Zero's chapter. As we can obviously tell, the process was unsuccessful, so where did Noob Saibot go after this? What we do know is that Noob Saibot's physical form is just completely obliterated. There's just no way Noob's physical form was not affected by the Soulnado's explosion. However, what about his soul? Did his soul survive and go back to hell? Did his soul travel to Outworld because that's where it was supposed to go? Or was his soul destroyed too? Although there isn't an official answer yet, my answer to this question is that Noob Saibot is in the Void, and let me further explain this claim. If you guys don't know what the Void is in Mortal Kombat, the Void takes place in between realms, and it's also the place where the heavens are located, which means it's also the place where the Elder Gods are. Just think of a big empty space of just nothing. So since the Soulnado was supposed to travel from Earthrealm to Outworld, the portal has to go through the Void first, because as I said, the Void takes place in between realms, but since this process is interrupted, it is very likely that once it stopped, Noob's soul was trapped in the Void. While Noob is in the Void, what does he possibly come across? I believe it's inevitable that the Elder Gods encountered him. After all, it is the place where they are. To further expand on this, Scorpion's Deadly Alliance ending says that he was also thrown into the Soulnado that was in Deadly Alliance, and in the next game, that being Deception, we find out in his bio that his Deadly Alliance ending is canon, and it also further explores on it, saying, "I would surely have been torn apart by the souls trapped in there, had I not managed to escape into the Void. It was there that I had first set eyes on the fabled Elder Gods. I would forever be changed by this encounter." This continued on his alternate costume bio, reading, "While in the Void, I witnessed, along with the Elder Gods, the death of Raiden and the re-emergence of the Dragon King. Suddenly aware of my presence, the Elder Gods transformed me into their servant and gave me a new purpose, to prevent the Dragon King from merging the realms." What we can take from this bio and ending is that Noob was in the exact same situation Scorpion was. They both were trapped in a Soulnado, and as I previously said, it is very likely Noob managed to travel into the Void and thus encountering the Elder Gods as well, much like Scorpion. So, is it possible that in this new timeline that the writers of the story are giving Scorpion's deception story to Noob Saibot? In my opinion, the signs are pointing to yes. Scorpion has a new story now in this new timeline as Hanzo Asashi, and the only thing close to a Scorpion type character now is, well, you guessed it, Noob Saibot. I understand that you might have a certain question, and that is in regards to Boraicho's intro dialogue with Sub-Zero and MKX, when he says that Noob still exists but must remain unfound. So if Noob was in the Void, how could Boraicho know Noob is there, and why must he remain unfound? After further discussion on this topic with my friend Ishii Rose, he suggested that when Boraicho was being tortured by Shinnok and MKX, he presumably had a near-death experience and having an out-of-body experience, and thus giving him the ability to be somewhere in the Void, and then stumbling across Noob Saibot. Now, why must Noob Saibot remain unfound? My possible theory is that while Boraicho was in his out-of-body experience, he found out that the Elder Gods have a plan for Noob, much similar to Scorpion's in Deception, which was to stop Onaga from merging the realms, in which I think Noob's mission in this new timeline is to stop Raiden, because the Elder Gods know or think that since Raiden is now dark and consume the corruptness of the Jinsei, that he will take measures that are a little too extreme to be considered as a person of truth and light. Am I suggesting that Raiden will be the main villain? Yes, I am. I do think Raiden will be the main villain of Mortal Kombat 11, but I won't say why because I think I should save that for another video. Anyways, there was also another intro dialogue in MKX between Revenant Kung Lao and Sub-Zero, where Kung Lao says that Noob calls to his brother Kuai Liang from the other side, and this could mean two things. One is that Kung Lao is saying that his brother is calling to him because Kung Lao is implying that he will kill Kuai Liang. So it's like if a random guy was about to kill someone and he says something like, "Your dead brother calls to you," he's implying that he will join him in death. And two, Kung Lao somehow knows that Noob is calling out to his brother from the void, which would meet the definition of the other side. If the other side meant the Netherrealm or Hell, I would think that Kung Lao would just say it because he resides with it currently. But what's the other side of Hell? You guessed it, the void, and in other words, the heavens as well, since again, they are in the same place. In conclusion, Noob Saibot is in the void and is now a changed person, as his new mission assigned by the Elder Gods is to stop Raiden if he goes to the extreme measures that are a little too extreme, which is something we will see in the story mode of MK11 if this theory comes out to play. Am I saying that Noob Saibot is a good guy, so to say? No, I think Noob Saibot will be more or less an anti-hero, and I don't think he will be purified by his appearance, meaning that he will probably still retain the same standard black appearance he's always had. Or maybe we can see something like this, where he's not completely black. After all, this was his Deception alternate costume, and once again, he could possibly be taking Scorpion's Deception story, but hey, that's just a theory. Again, wait a second, wrong channel. But hey, that's just a theory, a Mortal Kombat theory. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video, once again, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more things Mortal Kombat. Anyways, my name is Brustball Productions, and I'm out for now.